The DeLorean. Gull-wing doors rise effortlessly, beckoning you inside. The sleek, stainless steel DeLorean. Beautifully crafted for long life. The DeLorean is one of the most awaited automobiles in automotive history. Drive the DeLorean. Live the dream today.
Few cars in history captured the imagination like the DeLorean DMC-12. It looked like the future, promised to change the auto industry, and became a pop culture legend. But behind the stainless steel was a story of ambition, financial chaos, and a downfall no one saw coming. Today, we're diving deep into the rise and fall of the DeLorean Motor Company. Our story starts with John Zachary DeLorean, one of the most unconventional figures in American automotive history. He wasn't just another engineer. He was tall, flashy, outspoken, and had a celebrity-like presence in Detroit. At General Motors, he skyrocketed through the ranks, helping develop hits like the Pontiac GTO and the Firebird. But as GM became more conservative, DeLorean felt the industry was losing its soul. In 1973, he walked away from $1 million executive salary to launch his own dream, a company that would build cars ethically, safely, and with a futuristic design. To bring his vision to life, DeLorean partnered with some of the biggest names in design and engineering. He hired Italian designer superstar Giugiaro to create the DMC-12. The result was a car that looked like it fell out of a science fiction movie, even before Back to the Future existed. But there was one big problem. Building a car company from scratch costs a fortune. After investors in the U.S. turned him down, DeLorean struck a deal with the British government. They invested over $100 million to build a massive factory in Northern Ireland, hoping it would bring jobs to a region divided by political conflict. The decision was bold and risky. Most workers had never built cars before, and the company was under pressure to start production immediately. Deadlines slipped, costs grew, and quietly, issues appeared almost immediately. In 1981, the first DeLorean hit the market. The gull-wing doors were eye-catching. The stainless steel skin was unforgettable, and the price tag was shockingly high. A fully loaded DMC-12 cost the equivalent of around $60,000 today. Buyers expected performance to match its looks, but under the hood, the DMC-12 had a modest V6 engine and a slower acceleration than the sports cars it competed with. Reviewers noted that the car felt underpowered, and the early build quality issues didn't help. Sales lagged. Thousands of cars sat unsold, and just as the company needed more funding, the U.S. entered a recession. Sports cars were the first thing people stopped buying. In 1982, with the company running out of money, John DeLorean searched desperately for new investors. That desperation made him vulnerable, and the FBI was about to step in. In a high-profile sting operation, the FBI recorded DeLorean discussing a $2 million cocaine deal. The footage was aired on national news, instantly branding him as a criminal mastermind. But here's the twist. DeLorean argued he was entrapped, that he never sought out the drug deal, and had been pressured by undercover agents who promised it would save his company. And in 1984, a judge agreed. DeLorean was found not guilty. But by the time he cleared his name, the damage was irreversible. The public lost trust. Investors abandoned the company, and the DeLorean Motor Company officially collapsed in late 1982. Only about 9,000 DeLoreans were ever produced, but the car's story was far from over. In 1984, Back to the Future featured the DMC-12 as a time machine, instantly cementing it as one of the most iconic cars in movie history. Suddenly, it wasn't just a failed car, it was a cultural phenomenon. Demand for surviving cars exploded. Fans restored them, collected them, and kept the legend alive. In the 1990s, a Texas-based company purchased the leftover parts inventory and revived the DeLorean name. Today, you can still buy refurbished models, and the company even teased modern electric versions. The DeLorean Motor Company may have lasted only a few years, but its impact has lasted decades. It's a story of ambition, risk, and innovation, and a reminder of how quickly a dream can rise and fall.